Alright, we're back. So, on the last video, we did the first 10 points of this. If you want to get caught up, go back and watch that one. This is the this is the can you hack it challenge, I guess, from AIS. And we're still on client side protections. I'm going to hack this next one, but this time I'm not going to show you how I do it all, but I'm going to start it off. I'm like where I would start it. So it's the same as this one. It literally says the same as this one. It's up a little bit harder. So button clicker, like cookie clicker, but hack. So here's the button. I'm sorry. Button clicker assault 445 times. Like cookie clicker, but less fun. Click. So I've done this one before. And so this one wants me click the button 1 million times. So this wants me to click this 1 million times, and then the submit button will work. So obviously I'm not gonna sit here and click this 1 million times. What are the things you could probably do? You could probably set up a script, click this sucker 1 million times. That would be one way. There's many other ways to do this. We're gonna do it the same way, right? So we're gonna find the code. So here's this next, I think, logo. Well, let's go back and see if we can find this. So background. And we're just gonna keep rolling in here. Right? Where did I go with this? Alright, that's the head. Here's the body class. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna open all these up. And the reason why I'm doing it like this is because I want to see everything. Okay, like this at the end. I'm gonna want to try to hack this whole thing, right? And like I said, I've done it before, and a little message pops up and it says, "If you're trying to hack the website itself, don't do it. You're wasting your time." But I don't think so. I don't think it's a waste of time to try to hack that too. So, where's your submitted score? But I'm not gonna mess with none of that because we want to keep everything working for now, I guess. Just trying to open this back up and see where I'm at. I want to open all this stuff because I want to be able to see all this stuff eventually. Oh, There we go. All right. So here's the each one of these button challenges. Here's the first one. Then this one gives you a little clue. It says it might be in the cookies, right? But I want to see if I can do it from here first. The next one. Okay. Next one. Here's the flip. Let's go to the hack. 15H1. What does that mean? I'm going to click this, right? And then somewhere over here, the number either should get bigger if I'm lucky, right? And if you read this, here goes the, this is showing the, what's this? All right, let's see if we can just change that to, right? Wait. 999,999. And then click it once. Oh, see, that's kind of a problem because it's just going to go back, right? So that's a fail safe they got in there. Wait. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, it goes back to 1. All right, so I'm gonna leave you guys right here. I already know how to do this. I'm not gonna tell you, but this is probably where you want to mess with it. If it's not here, right, and you can't get this work, you gotta look around your elements, right? You can even change this at your console. You can debug through it. Let me type in. Let me look at something real quick. Let's tell you some issues too. Let's see. How do I get back to that screen? Network. Hack InfoSec. Performance. What's plus? Let's do application. There's all the applications. So just start messing with all this stuff. See what you're doing, right? I want to look at. Guess I don't want to look at none of that. Let me see. So right now I'm just messing with it, right? And you want to see how this Microsoft Dev Tools works. Um, Elements. Okay, that's how you get back there, right? Okay, so now if you click on this and you go to there's another box that should be showing here. No, I can do. So right now I'm just playing with this, but you can actually run this like an application, right? And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this in debug mode, but this one's a little bit different. Where's the debugger? Man, what happened? Sorry, where's it at? There it is. So if you see, if I put 50, it'll change that to 50, but that's all it does. Now there's got to be something else that regulates the number here other than this page, right? Because this is how you figure it out. So what's happening is, if I, like I said, if I put 999,999, right? Um, one more click should give me a million, but it goes back to the last. Okay, so like I'm at 39, right? I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna press enter. Changes there and it changes there, but when I click on it, it just goes back to 40. So what does that tell you? So this is a good video because it's getting incrementally a little bit harder, right? But what does that tell you when it goes? It just reverts back to the next one it was. That's a coding issue. So it's not going to be here that you're going to solve this problem. I mean, I think you probably can. Um, if I put a negative number, right? So still that still didn't work. Um, so So it goes back to one, right? Two, three, four. Okay, so yeah, that's a coding issue. You can mess with this other ways, but if you have some time. But um, that means that it's set to go. It's getting wherever it's counting your ups, right? Your counts for these clicks in your code in here. Wherever it's counting that is what you have to manipulate. Okay, so this is not going to do anything. Um, and what you do to find that is you got to run this, but I can't figure out where the running. There's usually a debugger right here. Let me see if I can. There, run command. Oh no! What the heck? So if I can find the debugger. And they upgraded this. This is completely different from the last time I used it. What does this say? Doc review, collapse. Ah, crap. Press the wrong thing. Yeah, I already know. Fool. I've got 10 more minutes. I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to pause it, solve it. I'm just trying to get you guys on the right path, okay, from now on. But this one, if you find the debugger in here, right, which I'm going to find it, maybe it's right in front of my face. Where is this? I don't know, but why is all this running? What is this? Why is it? I don't want this. So stupid. What is this? Anyways. You can debug through this with this, right? I don't want this. I do want that. I don't want the quick search no more. I want my changes. No. I want my developer resources. Oh, I want my I don't need my network yet. Huh. Just leave the console there and then elements and console. Okay, yeah, here's my files. Here's my debugger sources. Oh man, this is a way different. Alright, there you go. So now I'm clicking on it, right? Clicking me a lot of times. Man, this is not giving me a lot of room. All right, here's your debugger. All right, so it stopped in the code in this, I guess, bootstrap jQuery. I'm gonna move that over because I really don't care about that. I want to see this. So when you submit this and it doesn't have 400, a million clicks, it throws this exception. So we're gonna walk through this and see how they wrote this code, right? And I'm looking for the invalid answer. So I'm looking for it to step through. Then I'm looking for this invalid answer, right? And then is it still running? It's doing some checking, local storage, button click detected, true, so that's okay. 100, right? What does that mean, 100? So I'm gonna keep clicking. Here's your alert, and right, we're just stepping through this, and I'm just looking at it quick. Right, here's another get root element. This does something, but it's fine. I'm just gonna keep going through here. Trigger close event. So now it's trying to close it up, and then it's gonna start back from the start, right? E, whatever E is, I don't care right now. But the reason why I'm doing it like this, like I said, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. But when you do it like this and you step through the code, you're gonna get used to seeing how they're programming this, right? And what they're using. So now I'm out. Local set 100. I'm looking for something that's. I'm gonna change the number here, and I'm looking for that same number. So 10 is kind of. I'm actually gonna stop this. So I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna go to four. No, I'm gonna go to 18, 19. Okay, I'm gonna go to 19, and I'm gonna submit this. Now I should have that 19 count somewhere where it's going to check against, or something that says it's checking against it, and then I can check that status, right? Ready state 4, get all responses, and then defer hook. Okay. Okay, what is this? Reception hook, get response. Could be in there somewhere. Still running? Yeah, it's still running. Now we can even put brakes. Let's put a brake here. Then we'll come here and check this out. Button clicker, button clicking hackage detector. So this is the 100. Let's change that to 200. Oh, can't change that, right? But so we gotta figure out another way to change that. We go to the console. Yeah, we'll come back to that. I'm sure it's not that. I don't know what that is. On the button. Look, if button clicker number is greater or equal to that. There we go, we found it. Okay, so here's the code, right? It's gonna run that. I want to stop on that, right? I'm gonna take this out. So I'm gonna run through this. I probably passed it, so I'm gonna do it again. Dude. Alright, let's go through. Here's your catch, it's catching it. I wanna get down here. If the button clicker is not returned, let's see if that goes there somewhere. Well, this is what you gotta do. You gotta click through it, right? All right, let's see where we're at time. So I've got 2 minutes. So I'm gonna pause the video. I don't want to show you exactly how I do it, but this is the path I'm taking to solve this. I'm gonna solve it and then I'm gonna post the answer. That way I don't, ruin it for everybody. But this puts you on the right path. I mean, you're gonna have to figure out how to do it yourself. I'm gonna show you that I got it and I got the points. If I do, which I should. But this is the path I took. You're going to look through the code, you're going to debug through it. So you learn something new. The next step is the debugging process. And um, your web browser is going to have different ones. Firefox is a different one. I like this one, Microsoft Edge one. All right, so I'm going to pause and then I'll show you the results here in a second. All right, I did it. So that one was hard. Um, that one wasn't even easy. For 15 points, they made that one kind of hard. Um, they had a failsafe in here, and if you look, so you can see I've got 25 points now, 15 points. So I hacked it the way I wanted to do it. Like, this was giving you, I guess, hints about cookies. I don't know. Maybe could have did something easier with the cookies, but um, like I said, I'm not gonna tell you how I did it because you know that people have to know how to do this themselves. But I could just show you their failsafe that I bypassed. Um, it might be in this jQuery. Anyways, it had a timer on it that would keep counting if you were in debug mode. And it even says like there's a lot of hackers, um, so if I click on this, here it is. It was in jQuery or something. But anyways, it says button clicker ID, and here's the little comments they put in here because they think they're funny. There's just so many hackers. Everyone is a hacker. So what this is gonna do is see if it's still running, right? And this is where so button clicker hacking detected true. So if you step through this, even if you change that to false when you're stepping through it, this failsafe here really puts a bug into it. And then, so this wasn't where I wanted, you would think you wanted to change these numbers. But if you read this code, it's actually pretty clever. It says also got to make sure they really clicked, right? And we didn't just enter in the numbers. But here's the one. So if button number of clicks is greater or equal to 1,000,000, then they want you to, they're going to clear that timer. So if you try to hack it, it's just going to clear that timer because somebody's going to put 1,000,000 in one, right? And you're thinking about changing this, you can. But this, and then see, it says button clicker hacking detected false. I changed that. It was on true. So I just went through and I changed a lot of these falses to trues, but it was kind of tricky because you have to do it at the right time, right? Once you hit this timer thing, you're screwed. So you guys got to figure out yourself what it has to do with the answer has to do within the code, right? And I changed some values and I changed and I tracked down where they're, see, that's the key to this, okay? Is, and I guess in my first video I had a comment on there. Somebody said, well, why didn't you do this? Well, because I want to step through the code and I want to go line by line. I want to dissect their code, right? Because human beings wrote this, and it might be from a template. True. But even if it is from a template, I want to see how the templates have vulnerabilities in them. I want to see what fail-safes they're putting in here, and I want to see how clever they are. And it seems like they're getting more clever and clever, but it's a setup, right? So they're not gonna. They put this here on purpose, so you understand, like, look, this is a fail-safe, right? They put little cute messages. Also, got to make sure they really clicked, right? This is not for them, unless they're really stupid, which they're not. This is for us, just to so we can try to solve this problem. And we're, oh, okay, they're really trying to. Okay, so then you're gonna run through this, and they leave you little clues. Okay, it's all set up, or it's not. Maybe this is for them. Who knows? Either way, you got to figure out the game. See what they're doing. See what they're writing. Because they're all the same. So if I step through these one by one, they're gonna get incremented. They're gonna get harder and harder, right? But this one was pretty hard. It had a little fail-safe, but I got it. And the answer is in this part. Debug through it. And my advice would be to like I said, figure out, step through it one by one, read the code, see what they're trying to do, and they're gonna leave you little notes that give you clues. But even if they didn't leave this little clue, you could read it. Button clicker timer. Is it still running? And then it was coming. Still running here. It's like still running. Think about why. Like, why do they have this? But then look, come down. Button clicker hacking detected. Oh, okay. Obviously, this is a failsafe of some sort. See, now it says true before it said false, right? So that's a little clue of what I did. You know, and it wasn't just this. It was other sections of the code that you have to change. Um, you got to change variables. So if we go back to our programming, here's a little clue right here, like hackers, right? Equals true. Look, pause the video, look at that. I'm gonna give you a little clue of that, right? I don't want to give you the answer straight up, but this is close to it, right? Like I said, if you want to start hacking websites or whatever, you got to know code a little bit, or you got to know how to read code. But here's a variable definitely I would change, right? But I would look at it because that variable, you want to ultimately get to here, right? Hackers equals on on your else, right? Hackers equals false, right? So it is false. If you look at it, it's false. So I'm sure if you're hacking this, it's going to say true, right? Because that's what they want. This is they're trying to find hackers. Everybody's a hacker. Okay, so that should say true, right? So there's just a little clue of kind of what I did, and I changed the variables, and that's just common sense, right? But I'm not going to tell you exactly what variables I changed, but you got to come in here and figure out which variables you need to change, and then you'll be able to hack it. So yeah, all right, that's the next button. That one took me, I would say, if I wasn't making this video, I could have did that in like 20, less than 20 minutes, maybe. That took me about 20 minutes. Doing this video took me about 30, 45 minutes, but just because I'm taking my time. But you got to take your time anyways. Sometimes you can't take your time. So look at this one. So if you see this, you would think like, oh yeah, I would change those, and that might work. Try it. I don't know. I didn't try it because this didn't matter to me. I think this was here just to detect. Yeah, see, hacking detected. It's to detect hackers, right? Because like I said, we're gonna come in here and put like I did. I put 999. This one wanted to see if it was, because I think this one, if they really clicked. So if you clicked on it, so this one's saying if you clicked, then yeah, and then it checks if the button and the number of clicks is greater or equal to 1,000,000, because they know nobody's gonna sit there and click it 1,000,000 times, right? So you're doomed for failure. I think, I don't know. That's the way I read that, but you're gonna have to. I didn't put too. I just looked at it and was like, nah, I found an easier way to get in. But yeah, I don't know. That was pretty fun. So next video is gonna be this next button. Hopefully I can get all these done to 30 minutes apiece if I can. All right, that was Hack the File. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.